Lecture 5.4. In this lecture, we will discuss possible next steps with your training in the therapeutic use of horticulture. We first explore classes and certificates that move you toward registration as a horticultural therapist, if that is your preferred route. We then move to options for those of you who may not be interested in going the registration route, but want to learn more about practicing under the umbrella therapeutic horticulture. Then we will talk about other avenues of study and related careers. This slide links you to the accredited trainings that can lead to the credential HTR, or Horticultural Therapist Registered. In short, one route is to enroll in an academic program which offers a degree in horticulture with a concentration in horticultural therapy that encompasses studies in both human and plant sciences, as well as horticultural therapy. Another route is to enroll in an AHTA-accredited certificate program, which offers individual horticultural therapy courses designed to meet the requirements needed for registration. If the second route is followed, additional plant science and human science coursework may be needed and can be taken independent of a degree program. It is also possible to get credit for work or life experience. This slide gives you an example of one institution that grants an AHTA-accredited certificate in horticultural therapy. The Horticultural Therapy Institute provides flexibility for working professionals because it is concentrated into several long weekends over the course of a year. Additional certificate programs exist at botanical gardens and universities. The educational options are varied, but it is important to understand that not all educational options meet all required coursework. The above link explains requirements in detail. Full exploration of the website is highly recommended before embarking on this route. The 480-hour internship is an additional requirement for registration. Internships must include direct service, practice in documentation and evaluation, experience with plants in horticulture, as well as other skills areas. As explained previously, we use the term therapeutic horticulture in this course consciously to be inclusive of practices which may or may not fit all the requirements of horticultural therapy. The decision to focus on therapeutic horticulture rests on the desire to open training in the field to a wider and more varied group of practitioners. We know from communications that there is a great interest in this now, especially in times of personal and global stress. At the same time, we see that the level of training and commitment required for registration may not be appropriate, accessible, or affordable to everyone. It is our intent through this course and others to come that trainings become more accessible. And it is our belief that greater accessibility, inclusiveness, and diversity are the keys to future growth and success in this field. A precursor to this online course was the North Carolina Botanical Gardens Certificate in Therapeutic Horticulture. This certificate program was geared toward allied health professionals who wanted the knowledge and confidence to incorporate the practice into their current professions, and for whom the AHTA registration was not of interest. The certificate program offered classroom training, hands-on activities, field trips, and an internship experience, all within an affordable framework offered on weekends throughout a year. At this time, the next certificate program at NCBG has been postponed due to physical distancing limitations and other restrictions. Please stay tuned to the NC Botanical Garden website for more information as it becomes available. This picture shows an internship project led by one of the students in the certificate program from the 2018-2019 cycle. This online course grew out of a desire for an alternative to an in-person class, one that was accessible to anyone from any background, with any level of experience, and from any location. This introductory class is the first in an intended series of classes that, once completed, will constitute a comprehensive training in therapeutic horticulture. The 4 additional topic areas are therapeutic horticultural programming, techniques and activities for different populations, accessible garden design and adaptive tools, and developing a therapeutic horticulture practice. A bibliography including textbooks used in assigned readings and referenced throughout the class, as well as other references in topic areas such as working with specific populations and accessible gardening, is linked here and also in the reference section in the course platform. Textbooks are a great way to gain comprehensive knowledge, while books on specific topic areas are good if you are ready to narrow your study. One of the best ways to learn more is to volunteer with a program in your area. You could start with the list of North Carolina programs, whether or not you live in the state, since your contact may be virtual for a while. The book shown here, The Profession and Practice of Horticultural Therapy, is the most recent textbook and the one we have used here for many assigned readings. As mentioned, one of the best ways to learn more is to volunteer with a program in your area. While in-person programs may be in a holding pattern due to COVID-19, now may be the perfect time to contact program directors to find out about other ways to serve. Helping to think creatively about program development in times of physical distancing would be a valuable contribution to any program. And gardens still need tending, whether you are solo or 10 feet away from each other. As the volunteer above puts it, witnessing the magic that happens when people and plants are connected is as much a gift to the volunteer as it is to the recipient. Giving back through volunteering in a garden gives us heartfelt and practical experience to move us toward our goal. While working directly with people has been the thrust of this training, the field of therapeutic horticulture can lead to career paths other than direct service. This slide lists some related careers on this tree with many branches. While working directly with people has been the thrust of this training, the field of therapeutic horticulture can lead to career paths other than direct service. This slide lists some related careers on this tree with many branches. More research is of paramount importance for therapeutic horticulture to continue to gain recognition as the holistic, cost-effective treatment method that it is. If your interest lies in accessible design, books on that subject are listed in the bibliography, with new ones coming out all the time. You can start by looking at the book by landscape architect Claire Cooper Marcus, referenced in the slide on healing gardens. Various other nature-based therapies may attract you, some listed in the PowerPoint and others in the assigned readings. For some people, the next step might be pursuing a career in an allied health field, such as occupational therapy, physical therapy, or social work. This would give you an entry into doing therapeutic horticulture within your professional scope of work. These are just a few of the options in addition to pursuing therapeutic horticulture as direct service. Above all, keep exploring ways to connect to nature, plants, and people. Our solace on this earth comes from growing deep roots and spreading our branches wide, encompassing nature in its many manifestations, and also encompassing the grand diversity of people with whom we share this earth. And ultimately, our joy comes from having allegiance to gratitude for the many gifts we have been given and those we share with others. This is a passage from the Allegiance to Gratitude, also known as Words That Come Before All Else, or the Thanksgiving Address, that we read in Module 1. This ends all course lectures. Go now to the Module 5 quiz. Then go to the discussion forum, Assignment 5.4, described in the next slide. A final exam and evaluation follows. Discussion Forum Assignment 5.4. This time of global pandemic has heightened the need for connection more than ever. Using 100 to 250 words, reflect in the discussion forum on what you have learned during this time about the importance of connection and how this awareness applies to the therapeutic use of horticulture that you have learned in this class. Respond to at least 2 other people's posts. This ends Lecture 5.4.